my flesh. So right there, Jesus says, whenever we take Him, whenever we accept Him, we don't live in the world. We don't live in the world anymore. Because we don't have everlasting life through Jesus. He died for us. It's somehow something. It's not about these walls that we put up and sin. Well, I sin today, so I can't be a Christian. No, that's what Jesus died for. Right for us. Because He loves us. That's how much He really loves us. His Lord to send His Son to die for us. That sin will not reign anymore. Sin doesn't reign. It doesn't have a hold over us. It'll take us. There is no condemnation to those who are in Jesus Christ, who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit is the law of the Spirit of life in Jesus Christ has made me free from the law of sin and death. The word no condemnation means to be found innocent. That's what that means. So whenever that's what it says. So whenever we get to heaven, whenever we get to judgment day, we don't have to justify our sin to God, because Jesus, no condemnation means to be found innocent of. So we're going to be found innocent from our sin. It doesn't stand to us, because we live through Jesus Christ. No sin doesn't have power over us. So whenever we get there, God says, well, what about that Tuesday whenever you said a curse word when you stumped his toe? Jesus said, don't worry about that. I died for that. He's accepted me. He loves me enough for that. It doesn't matter. That's exactly what we did. That's exactly right. We traded the sin for the Son. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord God, thank you.
Clyde closes with thank you for everything God is. I give her everything God is. Amen. See, I like the way you talk, Clyde. My next one will be longer. That means Satan ain't going to be in I want you all to know that as I said in that front seat, Clyde started to preach, man. God, you're not home to see us out here at work or something. Our walk should be about Him and not all this other stuff. Our walk is constantly It's funny that Clyde used the description of walls, these walls of sin. Do you understand that when you accept Jesus Christ, even as a drug addict, if you're a drug addict in here, listen to me, because you need to hear this more than anything. I wanted to so much tell Eli this yesterday. If we walk a walk that we make the sin that's going to separate us from Christ, whatever it is, let's call it drugs. If we make it drugs and we say, man, when I mess up and fail and I use drugs again, then I ain't going to have Christ no more. Guess what Satan's going to automatically start working on us with? Drugs. Because we've done set a boundary to how far love and grace can cover our life. Do you understand that? And it ain't our job as Christians to set that boundary as to how far we can love Him, or how much we can love Him, or how wide we can love Him. We got to have a pure love for Him that will go anywhere and cover anything. Amen. So let's close in prayer this morning before we go home. I know it's a short crowd. I'm proud of Clyde. I'm proud of the word that he brought. He brought a good, solid word, and I could tell he'd been reading that Bible this week. Every time I seen him, he had a few more notes on that piece of paper, and he kept wanting me to read them and tell him. I said, I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you nothing. What do you think I ought to preach this? I said, I don't care what you preach, but I ain't telling you nothing. You preach whatever you want to. Amen. So I'm thankful that he was able to read through it and make a message out of it. Amen. And bring a message about God's love that each of us need to know and understand that that's what covers us. When we get in ourself, when we put up them walls of sin, we put ourselves in our walk. And every time we take and put ourselves in our walk, we take Christ out of it. Because then our wage of our Christianity wages on us and not on him. But if we make it all about him, then the burden of Christianity never comes about us, because it ain't never about us. It's always about him. Amen. Amen. Come back out Wednesday night for Wednesday night fellowship, 6 o'clock. I've heard we had a good crowd here last Wednesday night, so we want to keep going and keep doing it and keep bringing more and more out to it. So we're thankful for you to do it. Amen.